I always loved football ever since I was very little. I was never really into schoolwork or anything else because I just wanted to play football all the time. I've been lucky enough to reach the very top for a football player, especially a Spanish one, which is to play for Real Madrid. Along with Barcelona, Madrid are the biggest side in Spain and one of the biggest in the whole world. I've always been really dedicated to football. I always wanted to play for a big club, and playing for Madrid is a dream come true. I remember a season at Racing Santander when I wasn't playing and I had to go to Ciudad Real, which was miles from home. It was the first time I'd left Santander and it was hard. I remember that my brother and I, he was also playing, we hardly earned any money and our parents had to send us parcels of food. People look at you sometimes and think that you live like a king because you're at Real Madrid. What they don't see is how hard it is to get here in the first place. I think I love life so much that whenever I get involved in something dangerous, my mind runs wild. I know that flying isn't really dangerous, but that sense of not being in control means I don't like it. I'm getting better bit by bit though. I've always preferred to choose Real Madrid players, but right now the best player in Spain, and maybe even the world, is probably Leo Messi from Barcelona. He has an amazing amount of talent, and it's not just that he's playing well now, but that in the future he could be one of the best, if not the best in the world. As well as being a friend of mine, Pedro Usabiaga is one of the great photographers, not just here in Spain, but throughout the world. He's worked with some of the best actors, a lot of footballers, and some very important people. I think he's the best photographer we have in Spain.
Football and photography have joined up to take the football players out of the grounds and to give us a different viewpoint, more personal and more artistic. Now the players are also appearing in the art galleries. Ivan Helguera has collaborated with the photographer Pedro Usabiaga in an exhibition of 80 players from La Liga, and it was the perfect reflection of what the artist aimed to show.
The duality of Ivan Helguera is that he's a man who's tough on the pitch, but cultured and refined off it. That's really the origin of this exhibition. It's a new vision of today's footballers. The truth is that the session with Helguera, which I've had several in the last 3 or 4 years for different reasons, such as magazines or adverts, those sessions are very entertaining. It's very easy for me to take his picture. He tells me that it's harder for him as well with other photographers because I seem to have found the trick of working with him.
In his long career, Usabiaga has taken pictures of Hollywood stars and fashion icons, but he wanted to work in football, a world that in recent years has got closer than ever to the catwalks, publicity and the cinema.
I thought to myself that I wanted to do some work with football. I wanted people to have a more human, more entertaining and a more sexy vision, a more sexy viewpoint of these people that we're all used to seeing in stadiums week after week.
The success of the exhibition in Madrid and the interest that footballers provoke when they show their less known side shows that the game and art don't have to be strange bedfellows.
Some photographers know how to bring the inside of a person to the surface, and if he's done that with footballers, why not? It's nice to see. I always wanted to play for Racing Santander, but ever since I was young, my aim on a professional level was to go from Racing to a bigger club, and preferably Real Madrid. Going back to finish my career at Racing now is hard. I don't want to go back there thinking about retirement. What I always wanted to do was start at Racing, not finish there. I did have the chance to go to Racing this summer, but it didn't come off, and now I don't know if it will happen. It's hard to see, but who knows? Santander is my club, my city, and those are my people. I'd say that the hardest player I've faced is possibly Darko Kovacevic. Most players would say Ronaldo, who I've also come up against, or some other star. But Kovacevic has always been really motivated when Real Sociedad have played Madrid, and he's always been really hard to mark. He's a great player. I never thought that it was my fault that I wasn't in the team. I carried on training hard and everything changed. I never doubted myself. I never thought I was inferior to any other player. I always thought that I was good enough to play for Real Madrid. The 2 Champions League finals, those are the moments that were most unforgettable from my career so far. That's on a football level. Then I suppose on a personal level, there's the day my son was born. That really was unforgettable.